In about 15 minutes, we will join Donald Trump having his speech on the government shutdown. Hey up everyone, welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. I'm Vaz. Do you know what time it is? It's not the time to start talking eVTOLs, but we have some news. We'll be covering this big news. This could have impact on the market, whether positive or negative. We will find out. If we have a look at the market, last couple of hours, the markets have been selling off. You can see it right next to me. You have the main markets. S&P is down, Nasdaq down. Basically everything is down apart from gold and silver. So let me know, what do you think? Let me know in the chat, what do you think is going to happen? And I will be covering, the stream is on standby. We'll be starting in about 11-12 minutes. And what is the main theme of the day? What is the main theme of the day? Well, Donald Trump should be giving his speech on the government shutdown. Let me just bring up a little... I've got a few notes for you as well. Let me just bring this up because I was setting up the show as soon as I found out Donald Trump will be talking. I got this all set up for you. It's not this one, just bear with me. I'm bringing up my notes. I am Vaz, and I'm one of the three broadcasters on Martyn Lucas Investor. Those who haven't seen me yet, I follow eVTOLs, electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, which are also known as flying taxis, advanced air mobility, aerospace, sometimes defense as well. And I am one of the broadcasters together with Sensei and Martin, who is currently on holidays, and he's having such a great time. He's completely rebuilding, tearing down, untangling all the cables, all the wires, refurbishing his studio. I had a chat with him earlier and he was covered in dust. It was quite funny. So he's having great time, the best time of the year, when he's tearing down his studio and refurbishing. So we are waiting for Donald Trump to give us his speech on the government shutdown. We are about 10 minutes away. What is a government shutdown? Well, government shutdown happens when the US Congress fails to pass the necessary spending bills or temporary funding measure called a continuing resolution to keep federal agencies operating. When this happens, most government functions stop because there's no legal authority to spend money. What does it mean in fact? Essential services like air traffic control, military, and border security continue. Non-essential services, on the other hand, such as national parks, museums, and the federal offices, they close. Federal workers may be furloughed, which is temporarily sent home without pay, though many get their pay later. And the government contractors often aren't paid during the shutdown, and that money is usually not reimbursed. So this could, if this drags for longer, this could send the markets deeper and deeper. How this can end? A shutdown ends when Congress passes a funding bill and the president signs it into law. This can be a full budget covering the rest of the fiscal year, or a temporary funding bill, also known as continuing resolution, that keeps the government running for a short period while negotiations continue. So in short, the Congress controls the funding, but the president must approve it. Once that happens, the government reopens immediately. So are we going to get the government opening, or are we in the standstill and are we in status quo? Let me know in the chat. I will address your chat comments very shortly. Let me just bring this up on the screen, and I will have a chat with you live. We are 8 minutes away. Okay, we are 8 minutes away from the stream to start. We have a poll. We also are running a poll. What do you think the outcome will be? I will let it running for 2 more minutes and then I will close it so we can see the results. And ooh, it's looking very interesting. So everyone join the poll. Trump's speech on government shutdown. Are we expecting a rally, crash, markets going sideways, or we are undecided. Let me know, join the poll. I'll be closing it in 2 minutes. You are watching Martyn Lucas Investor. I am Vaz. I'm one of the broadcasters. I focus and specialize on a big market, which we can see as a new massive investment opportunity with a massive upside. Think of the new electric vehicle market. Think of a new Tesla. This is what I do, and I will talk about it after Donald Trump. So if you want to join me, if you stay where you are, after Donald, I'll give you a quick introduction to the market. Donald Trump is about to start speaking in 7-8 minutes. Let's have a look. May I just ask everyone to be respectful in the chat, no profanity, no insulting. We can disagree, we can agree, disagree, we can have discussion, we can have arguments, but let's be civilized. And also, if we have any moderators, please address this as well. We have Jamie Rees joining, Stephen Lewandowski here as well. Trixie is here, my checkmate. Ahoy. Trixie, you are still not member? You should be a member. You should really think of it. It costs you only $2.99 and you have so many benefits, so many perks. I just bought Archer and I will start reloading much more if it would go down. Well, let's have a look. Let's have a look at, oh, let me just bring this up. I've got some technical, what is going on here? This one, bear with me. I just want to show you a chart. So bear with me. I am now showing you a chart. This one, S&P selling off. Quite good sell-off. We hit a peak 6,730, and now we are a few percent down. Let's see if this continues or if we have an upside rally. But what I was going to show you, Archer Aviation, massive sell-off. Last 2 days, massive, go away ad, massive sell-off, especially today. Look how it dropped. It might go even lower. I wouldn't be surprised if we hit 1160 today, and then maybe even slightly lower. Joby Aviation is not doing anything because I need to refresh it first. Joby Aviation as well. So the whole eVTOL market doesn't like this environment. And I'm not surprised because these are startups and they are new companies. And new companies don't like uncertainty. That's the word. So what is the big market doing? We have the S&P going down, Nasdaq down, Bitcoin, XRP fairly a lot down on the day. The only few commodities going up are gold and silver. Do we have any gold and silver investors? Are you expecting massive rally? Well, this might be a good trigger. Let's have a look at the poll. I'm closing the poll. You have 5 more seconds to take part in the poll. We are waiting for Donald Trump to start his speech on the government shutdown. We are about 4 minutes away. So I'm closing the poll in 5, 4, 3, 2. Whoops, I closed it now. So what is the result? You can see it in the chat. 38% are expecting a crash. However, 34% are expecting a rally. 17% sideways and 11% undecided. We have a very good specimen. 220 votes. That's good. That's good. So, is this going up? Is this going down? I'm very interested. Let's have a look. Do we have any more questions in the chat? Do we have any questions or any civilized opinions? We have all civilized opinions, I know. Jason Comicos Cook is here. I've continued trimming of positions, margin completely paid off, and a little cash on the side. Held all my eVTOL stocks, ready for the dip or crash. Sam DX says, how did you and Martyn meet? Through this channel. I was one of the members of audience, then I become a member, and I'm here in the studio talking to you, hosting Donald Trump in my little humble studio in Cambridgeshire in the UK. Well, I'm not hosting him, but I'll put him on the screen. Why not? I can say I was in Donald Trump's conference, can't I? Tomorrow morning. So Brad Mitchell says, hello, America. What did you end what did you end up decided on buying? Says Chris Sheldon. Is that a question to me? That's not a question to me, is it? We are having chat in. Oh, Martin is here. Martin is in the chat. Out of T-bills, 300,000 bought VU S&P 500. Bottom now and sold the 0.4 pump. $1,000 profit. Now back in the T-bills. Wow, Martin is on holidays and making a grand like that. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's the power of money. That's the power of money. You can do 0.4% and you just make a grand in a day. And you don't need. And Martin is sorted for the day, isn't he? Happy days. Happy days. We are waiting for the event. We are about 2 minutes away. Bear with me. Let me get a bit of tea. You are watching Martyn Lucas Investor. I'm Vaz, one of the broadcasters. I focus mainly on the flying taxis, as they call them, which I'll be talking about right after the show. We are waiting for Donald Trump to start his speech. We are about 2 minutes away. Let's see what the markets are doing. It is all falling down very steadily. S&P, let me bring this chart on, the more detailed chart. S&P just had a slight movement up, but is this going to continue or is this not going to continue? Let me know in the chat. Have you been selling today or have you been buying more on the dip? What is your main position, and have you been selling or have you been buying? Let me know in the chat. I will address some of the questions and comments in the chat as well. Will be closed for 35 days. Well, so far is the day 16, if I'm correct. So 35 days is a lot. There's 20 more days. Wow, that would be massive for the market. Long or short, do a poll. Well, Stu, you know what? Just because you said that, I will do a poll. How to trade markets now? Long, short, not trade, only invest. And let me know in the poll, and I will put undecided as well, so everyone can have their say. Let me know in the poll, how are you trading the markets today? And we will close this in about 5-10 minutes. We are waiting for the stream to start. You are watching Martyn Lucas Investor. I'm Vaz, and I will be hosting today's event. We are literally waiting. We are a few minutes away from Donald Trump talking about the government shutdown. Are we going to get another few days of the government shutdown, or is the government going to open? Well, there's only one way to find out. Stay where you are. We'll find out in the very minute. What are the markets doing? The main commodities and indexes. S&P 500 slightly, very slightly recovering. We have Nasdaq down, Bitcoin down, XRP down, Ethereum down. The only two commodities we have here, gold and index, are going up. Do we have any gold and silver? Sorry, do we have any gold and silver investors? Let me know in the chat if you are invested in gold and silver. And oil doesn't like this environment either. It's very interesting. Right, we are waiting for the stream to start. Let me just refresh this. Just in case we have some technical issues. No, we don't. So we are waiting. We are literally 2 minutes away from Donald Trump to start giving his speech on the government shutdown. We have a running poll, and I will close this poll. I will ask you now. Let's give it a minute or 2 minutes. Have your say in the poll. How are you trading the markets today? Let me know in the poll, and I will close it in 2 minutes. Do we have any questions or do we have any opinions? Trixie says, I bought Archer will rebound to -4%, but just if Trump will say something good. Maybe. On Archer, I was going to show you. Oh, I've lost my markup. I had marked up position from yesterday. I was talking about Archer yesterday, and it literally copied. Can I show you now? I can't show you because my chart is playing up for whatever reason. I was going to show you, I marked up the stock movement and it literally did what I told you yesterday. So now are we going to get a sell-off even further? Are we not? We are waiting for Donald Trump to start. I see we are more and more people. We have more and more people coming in. Welcome everyone at Martyn Lucas Investor. I am Vaz, and we are waiting for Donald Trump to give his speech on the government shutdown. Is the government going to open tonight, or are we gonna get few more days of the government shutdown? And are we going to get into a market crash? Well, are we or are we not? There's only one way to find out. Bear with me. The stream should be starting in the very minute, and I'm refreshing the page and nothing is happening yet. So we are waiting for Donald Trump. He might be delayed slightly. It should be starting any minute. So what is the market doing? S&P still negative, Nasdaq today negative. Everything seems to be going slightly lower and lower bit by bit. Do we have any gold investors? I asked you in the poll, I asked you in the chat, and now we have a poll. I see we have more people. We have only 300 votes. Those who just joined, you are watching Martyn Lucas Investor. I am Vaz, and we are waiting for Donald Trump to give his speech on the government shutdown. We have a massive audience. Don't forget to hit the like button. If you hit the like button and we hit 100 likes, the YouTube will start promoting the event right away, and more people will join us, and we get more opinions and more investment strategies as well. So I'm just asking you, hit the like button. You will help us to get better audience, and you will get opinion from more investors as well. You will get better sentiment and better feel for the market environment. Are we in the fear phase? Are we in the greed phase? Are we optimistic? Are we negative? So join the poll. How are you trading your market? How are you trading markets today or not right now? Are you going long, short, not trade, only invest, or are you undecided? And I'll be closing the poll in 10 seconds. In the meantime, don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe as well, because we are bringing you a lot of events with Donald Trump. We are bringing you a lot of Fed. We are covering a lot of Fed events. Jerome Powell was talking yesterday. Sensei covers a lot of crypto conferences as well. I cover my tech conferences as well. So you are in the right place. We are waiting for Donald Trump to start. We should be starting any minute. In the meantime, again, don't forget to hit the like button. How many likes do we have? 140. Come on, we can do better. We can do better, audience. We have massive audience. We are waiting for Donald Trump, and I am now closing the poll. So we have 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3. Oh, sorry, I closed it again. Right, what is your opinion? How are we trading markets now? 42% are going long. 27% only investing, not trading. Short, 16%, and 15% undecided. That's very interesting. I see we have new audience. I'll be asking more questions. Let's just catch up with the chat. Let's see what the market is doing. And we seem to have a slight upside with the S&P recently. We have a slight, if I bring you this chart on the screen, we had a slight bounce, and is this going to recover? Probably not. We have Nasdaq down as well. Bitcoin, XRP is going even lower. Ethereum as well. The only two commodities we have on the screen that are up is gold and silver. Let me know if we have any gold and silver investors. And I'm now reading through the chat. Seth Houston is here. One of the members, holding and waiting. C. Marty says holding until it dips another 20%. Well, if it does, good luck with your investments and patience. Rasul, G-Class buy dip. Yes, I agree. Michael Tovey, all in buying silver. Very good, very good. Easy, stay out. Crypto Bull says Tau Sui Turbo Pop. I can't. Is that even English? Sorry. Sam DX says bought more EVTL. Vertical Aerospace. Yes, great. I love it. Vertical Aerospace, one of the flying taxi companies. We have been bringing you very often and very regularly a lot of exclusive content as well. You can see big dip again. I think we will have a last bounce around the $5 mark. If we don't have any more catalyst, if we have bad news from today's Trump's speech on the government shutdown, that can go even lower. So it could be bigger, better buying opportunities. I can see we have more people coming in. Welcome everyone at Martyn Lucas Investor. I'm Vaz. We are waiting for Donald Trump to give his speech on the government shutdown. Are we going to get few more, and maybe even more than few more days of the government shutdown, or are we going to open the government tonight? What will be the market reaction? Well, if the government is open, we are set up for a very good rally, I think. And if the market stays closed, we might get better and better buying opportunity. Let me know in the chat. I'm now, you know what? I'm not asking in the chat. I will create a new poll if we have any silver and gold investors. So let me just, sorry, not this one. Let me just create a new poll. We are still waiting for the event. Let me just refresh the page. But Donald Trump is usually slightly late, which is not a bad thing. Let me start a poll. Are you invested in gold and silver? Question mark. And we put option 1 is gold. Option 2 is silver. Option 3 is both. And option 4 is none. And this will be very interesting because those who follow Sensei, who follow Sensei's morning show, we can see a massive rally in silver. Gold has already been unprecedented. Let's see. I want to hear from you. Are you invested in gold, silver, both, or none? Let me know in the poll right now. I can see the votes coming in. I can see the votes coming in. Keep it up. Keep it up. What are the markets doing? Do we have any recovery? Do we have any upsides? No, not really. Still, XRP is even lower. XRP is crashing. Ethereum is crashing. XRP is down almost 3% now. Wow, that is a lot. That is a lot. Bitcoin down as well. The Nasdaq 100 and S&P 500, they seem to be holding. Gold is going higher. Silver is stagnating around $1.26% on the day, but gold seems to be liking this environment, and oil dropping as well. Wow, that is interesting. That is very interesting. We are waiting for Donald Trump. Let me refresh the stream so you can see it on the screen. It's not happened yet. Donald Trump is a bit delayed. Don't take this the wrong way, but I don't think he is the person who starts on time. So let's give him few minutes. Let's give him a few more minutes. In the meantime, you can join our poll in the chat, and I will address few more comments from you. Let me just get this out of the way. There we go. And I will address more comments from you in the chat. Seth Houston says holding and waiting. Sam DX bought more EVTL, vertical aerospace. Technical holding cash and selling is shorting, says Song for Space. Enrique D, long baby. I love it. Davide Gennaro Fanelli. Hopefully I pronounced your name right. We tried a long for the bullish pump. Very good. Chris Sheldon, smash the like button. Thank you very much. Those who just joined, if you smash the like button, we have YouTube will start promoting this, and the more people we get in, the more people will take part in the polls and will express themselves in the chat, and you get better feel for the investor sentiment and for the mood on the market, in the market. So definitely hit the like button. And if you like what you are seeing, don't forget to subscribe, because we are covering most of the Donald Trump events. We are covering most of the Fed speeches as well, as we did this week. Sensei is covering a lot of crypto events, and I am covering a lot of tech conferences and investor conferences. Those who just joined, we are waiting for Donald Trump to give his speech on the government shutdown. Is the government open? Is the government open after the speech, or is the government closed after the speech for a few more days? We will find out. We are waiting. We are a few minutes away from Donald Trump to start talking. You are watching Martyn Lucas Investor. I am Vaz. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you like this content. It's not only me. There's also Sensei, who you can see tomorrow morning, and Martyn Lucas, the main face, you could see on the thumbnail of the video. And he is currently on holidays, and he is tearing down and rebuilding his studio. I spoke to Martyn before. He was covered in dust. It was quite funny. I wish you could see it. I should have taken a screenshot or a photo. So there we go. Take part in the poll. I'll be closing the poll in 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8. Right, poll is closed. Sod it. Right, what is the sentiment? Who is investing in gold? Do we have any gold and silver investors? We have 388 votes. That's great. So none. 57%. Gold 19%. Both 14%, and silver 10%. Interesting. What is the market doing? What are the markets doing? Well, gold seems to be retracting. Silver slowing down as well. S&P dropping. Nasdaq dropping. What is S&P doing on the chart? Actually, let's have a look. Let's have a look on the chart. There's this screen. Yes, S&P is slowly, very slowly dropping. So let's see what the reaction is going to be. If the government opens, we can possibly we can expect a very good rally. If the government is shut down, we can see further dip, further crash. How are you trading this? Let me know in the chat and I'll be talking to you very shortly. Shall we have a new poll? What do you think is going to happen? Well, I think we will have the most important one. Today's result will be government open, government closed, and third opinion undecided. So take part. There's one more poll in the chat. We are waiting for Donald Trump to start his speech on the government shutdown. I'm now refreshing the stream. Nothing is coming through yet. So Donald Trump is a bit late. Bear with me. We are waiting. We are literally a few minutes away. In the meantime, don't forget to hit the like button, because the more likes we get, the better YouTube will get promoted this video, and the more people we get in. The more people are in, the better sentiment and better you can gauge the mood on the market. The more investors we get in and they take part in these polls, the better feel you get for the mood in the market. Because you can think you are bullish, but the whole market can think it's the end of the world. It's just waiting, it's just hanging on a little thread, and then everything can sell off. So if you hit the like button, also subscribe, because we are bringing you Donald Trump. Almost anytime he's live, we are bringing you a live stream from the conference, from the speech. We are covering the Fed events as well. Sensei covered one yesterday. Sensei also covers his crypto events. He had Brad Garlinghouse, the XRP CEO. He's not a CEO, XRP CEO, but he's the CEO of Ripple, the company responsible for XRP. Sensei brought him on the screen yesterday, and I'm covering tech and new startup conferences as well. So definitely hit the like button, and if you like this content, you can subscribe as well. And what I'm going to do now, I will check how many subscribers we have, because that usually goes up on the that usually goes up live. So let me just bring this up. We are waiting for Donald Trump to go live. Nothing is happening yet. Let me refresh this. Nothing is coming through yet. Donald Trump is a few minutes late. Bear with me. We are covering Donald Trump giving the speech on the government shutdown. Are we going to open, or are we going to keep the government closed? You will find out in the very minute. Let me go to check something for you. And I will let you know something in the very second. What is going on? Right, bear with me. I'm already here. There we go. I will show you something. There we go. That's the dashboard. We have, how do I open this? I can't show you. We have 104,996 subscribers. There was a function to show you this on the screen, so you could believe me. Right, you have to believe me. Now it's gone up to 2 subscribers. Are we going to hit 105,000? Well, we are waiting for Donald Trump giving his speech on the government shutdown. And it will be any minute. In the meantime, hit the like button, because the more likes we have, the more this event gets promoted. And this is great evidence, because we started with 800 people and now we have over 1,000. And we have more investors coming in, and you can gauge the sentiment. You can engage in the chat. You can see what is the mood around the market. So, and we are literally there. 105,000. How can I show this to you without revealing too much? Let me zoom this. Oh, I will show it this way to you. Look at this, 105,000. Look at this, 105,000. Thank you very much. You are all amazing. We are still waiting for Donald Trump to give his speech on the government shutdown. I am Vaz, and you are watching Martyn Lucas Investor. I'm now playing with my settings. I threw completely all my screens. It doesn't matter, because we are having fun. What are we expecting? What outcome are we expecting? Have a look at the poll. I will leave it on for 30 more seconds. Let's have a look at the markets. The S&P, is going down. S&P is selling off. Nasdaq as well. Bitcoin and XRP crushing. XRP is even lower than it was 5 minutes ago. We are down 3.06% on the day. Bitcoin down 2.55% on the day. And Ethereum 2.67% down. Which commodity likes it is gold and silver. Gold has been around the 2% all last half hour. Silver up as well. Oil doesn't like this environment. And we have more people coming in. Thank you everyone for joining. We are watching Martyn Lucas Investor. I am Vaz, and we are waiting for Donald Trump to start his speech on the government shutdown. We have more and more people coming in. Don't forget to hit the like button. We have a lot of votes in the poll. In the chat, under the video, if you are watching on your mobile, under the video, there is live chat. And in the chat, there's a poll pinned to the top of the chat. What do you think? Are we going to open the government, or is the government going to be closed after Donald Trump's speech? Or are you undecided? At least take part. There's 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds. I will leave this poll on, and then we will move on. So, in the chat, also let us know in the chat. Please keep everything civilized. Let's have an argument. Let's have a healthy argument. Let's agree and disagree, but let's be civilized. All our members are. And also, if you are civilized, you can hit the like button and you can subscribe as well. You can be part of this civilized community. Right, let's close the poll. What is going on? What is your opinion? What are we expecting? Government closed, 43%. So 43% is expecting no outcome. That's very interesting. Government open, 38%. So we are very close. We are very, very torn. There's no clear opinion, no clear guidance. And 19% undecided. We had 516 votes. That's great. That's great. What are the markets doing? We are waiting for Donald Trump to start his speech on the government shutdown. He is a bit late. He's running about 21 minutes late now. So let's just see what the markets are doing. Let me get a bit of tea, because this is so thrilling and so exciting. I'm getting thirsty. So the S&P is selling off, and I can show you on the actual chart that the S&P is now dipping. It's probably because we are coming to closer and closer to the closing bell as well. So the markets will be selling off. I wouldn't be surprised if we sell off even more. Nasdaq going down as well. Bitcoin. Ooh, Bitcoin down 2.62 on the day. XRP down 3.21. Do we have any XRP investors? Let me know in the chat. Pop in XRP and your average. Let me know what your average is. Because currently we are at $2.3369. Let me know in the chat, XRP, and tell me your average. Don't tell me how much money, don't tell me your position, tell me your average. I'm very interested about the average. Silver and gold. Gold is holding at 2% intraday, and silver about the same level as about a half hour ago. $1.12%. And oil doesn't like this environment either. So let me get in the chat for you. Let me refresh this, and I can see your messages coming through. Smart Money Advisor, Wealth Management Division, there we go. I expect 5% drop to continue through on Bitcoin. Anointed Flowers, XRP, Tanishq, XRP, everyone is in XRP. Gookie, HWSG, 150. Wow, that's great average. XRP to the moon, says Chris Sheldon. Andre Ola, no, you're not in XRP. Great. The mystery Bitcoin well opened up a massive long today. So he's been tipped off that the government is going back to work. Very interesting opinion, SR. Let's see if this is true. Smart Money Advisors all over and over the market. 218 is Richard Barton. Kevin Sloan, 2.22. Very good averages. I can see some very good averages. Market crashing, says Forest City. Jaden Hawk. Can the market just pump? Well, we might have to wait for that. We might not. We are definitely waiting for Donald Trump to start. We won't find out without Donald start trumping. We're not going to find out without Donald Trump starting. And he is running a bit late. So in the meantime, let me know in the chat, what is your average on XRP? Webmaster was there, what was that? I've lost it now. I think it was 1.95. See Marty, XRP average 170. XRP 0.4, Richard Osterbring. Congratulations, mate. Congratulations. XRP 150k in, says Susan B. Ooh, interesting. BJJ 220, Michael B 47 cents. Revved Up Biker 50 cents average in XRP. Wow, congratulations. Jamie Reese 198. Gookie HWSG, I'm not reading your name right, am I? XRP average 52. Michael Tovey 0.7, very good. Scholt, is that Scholt? That's Hungarian, isn't it? Says Avantis. Chetan Bilali, yes. Bilali? I can't pronounce these. Sorry if I'm misreading your name. Frankster, XRP average 88. Robin Nielsen, 170. Well, let's have a look what XRP is doing. We are 24 minutes away from market close, and XRP is holding. No, it's not holding. It's just going down. To 33.22, and it's now going even lower. Oh, what's going on? 3.35% down intraday. Bitcoin down 2.57% intraday. Ethereum 2.79 intraday. Whoa. So, if you like this content, don't forget to hit the like button. Consider becoming a member as well, because we have a lot of membership perks. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe as well, because at one point we will close the chat to subscribers only, and I will probably do it very, very shortly. And you know, subscription costs you nothing, and you can be part of this, because we are covering a lot of Trump events. We are covering a lot of Fed speeches, probably all of them. And we are also covering crypto conferences. Sensei had yesterday live on the show, on the screen, Brad Garlinghouse, the Ripple CEO, and he was talking about XRP. So definitely hit the like button and subscribe, and I will show you if we have gained any subscribers. So before we were 105,000. There we are. Can you see it on the screen? 105,000. If I refresh this, what are we getting now? Woo, 105, 27. That's great. Thank you very much for joining. We are still waiting for Donald Trump. Let me refresh this. We seem to be going nowhere. He will be live any minute. Don't worry, he will be live any minute. Let's have a look what the markets are doing, and I will offer you our membership to become a member. Right, this link in the chat for you. Whoop. This link in the chat for you is giving you a lot of exclusive membership perks. You will get membership content. You will get, let me just chuck it in the chat at you. You will get, let me just spam it. That's me spamming, yeah? That's the membership link. And I've messed it up now. And I may have I got timed out. There we go. I got timed out for 5 seconds. So there's a lot of, on the serious note, there's a lot of perks. We do members only content. You can be part of members only events. It costs only $2.99. What that is? 10 cents a day. There we go. And you are members of great community as well. You will get your membership badge. As you can see in the chat, we have a lot of members, but we have a lot of non-members. So I hope you are at least subscribed. Thank you very much for joining. Anyway, we are watching Martyn Lucas Investor and Vaz, and we are waiting for Donald Trump to start. Let's see what the markets are doing. Let's see what the markets are doing. Are we liking the weight or not? Well, XRP doesn't like it, Ethereum doesn't like it, Bitcoin doesn't like it. XRP seem to be holding now, those minus 3.3%. S&P holding currently. Let's have a look at the big chart. Yes, we can see it. S&P is holding. Somebody is shouting in the chat at me, Archer, what is Archer doing? Well, Archer is selling off even more. We are retesting again this support, and I wouldn't be surprised if it dips off and if it starts selling off and we touch probably 1160 if we dip a bit further. Joby, whilst we are checking Archer, Joby is doing pretty much the same. We might break through as well through this support. The rest, sorry about the ad, and the rest you can see on the screen. Let's see if Donald Trump is ready. Let me refresh the stream. Donald Trump is not ready yet. That's interesting because he is literally half an hour. He's literally 30 minutes late. Right, shall we start a new poll? Okay, let's start a new poll. Let's do this. Do you like Donald Trump's personality? Not his presidency, not his office, just his personality, yeah? Let me know. Do you like Donald Trump's personality? And, well, only two options, isn't it? Yes, no, undecided. Right, I'm very interested. So in the chat, under the video, if you are watching on your phone, under the video, there's a live chat. On top of the chat, there's now a poll open. Do you like Donald Trump's personality? Yes, no, and undecided. And I can see the votes pouring through. Wow, that's very interesting. Excuse me, I almost choked on my tea. Right, so Donald Trump is going to talk any minute. Any minute, Donald Trump is going to give his speech on the government shutdown. You are watching Martyn Lucas Investor. I am Vaz. And we are only a few minutes away from Donald Trump talking. What are the markets doing? Well, the S&P is selling off even more, 1% down intraday, Nasdaq 1.4%, Bitcoin, XRP crashing even lower, Ethereum crashing, gold holding around the 2% intraday, silver is going slightly up, and oil is holding. Right, I see your votes coming through. I will leave it open for another 10 seconds and we will see. Is Donald Trump ready? Is Donald Trump in the room? Is Donald Trump in the room? Let me have a look if we can find any source of information. If we have any updates. Donald Trump speech. If we have any updates. And let's see. We've got Trump says he will meet Putin in Hungary for Ukraine talks after very productive phone call. That's not part of this conference. We are still waiting for Donald Trump to go live. Let me just check if we have any alternative sources, because some of the conferences, they show the background, the behind the scenes, and it'll be more interesting. So bear with me. I'm now searching for more sources. Donald Trump. I'm trying to find some other live streams. I can see there's another one. It's got a pixelated screen. The other one is not open yet. So we are waiting. We are waiting for Donald Trump. Oh, this one. No, this is the old. That's an old one, actually. Let me filter this. Find what we've got here. Yes, we have. This might be better stream for you. Let me give you this. Let me give you this. Right, let's have a look. Bear with me. Let's see what the markets are doing. In the meantime, the S&P holding around -1% intraday. Same Nasdaq 1.04. Bitcoin, XRP still going down. Gold holding. Silver holding. Oil, no movement at all. Right, that's very interesting. Let's see what Trump is doing. Trump is not doing anything, but we have Sky News. We have at least a bit of coverage, bit of footage from the outside of the White House. Let's see let's see if Donald Trump is going to talk right now or not. We have some other broadcasts. I think this one is the only one open. What is this? Let me just check something for you. I'm trying to find a different source of information. That is not the live one. That's a replay. Yeah, I think this is the only stream we have. Right. I'm still searching. Do we have any more? That's a replay. Right. There's a lot of channels who just broadcast replay live. And people are thinking, people like you who are interested in markets and who want to learn something, they are just watching replay speeches and conferences from past days, and they will learn nothing. So you are in the right place. As soon as we start, we will find out. Are we going to get government open, or are we going to keep the government shut? You are watching Martyn Lucas Investor. I'm Vaz, and we are waiting for Donald Trump and his speech on the government shutdown. In the meantime, don't forget to hit the like button. I see the likes have been streaming through. That's great, but we can do better. We can do a bit better. And obviously, if you like this content, we are covering a lot of Donald Trump events, pretty much every single one. We are covering a lot of Fed, Jerome Powell, the FOMC. Also, Sensei brought you yesterday, and he covers a lot of crypto as well. Brad Garlinghouse yesterday live on the show, not on the show, but he was covering interview with him, and We are doing a lot of tech conferences as well. Seth Houston is giving me super chat. Thank you very much for the super chat. Quick thoughts on hover before the bell. Well, I can have a look for you. Let's have a look at the chart. I gave you my thoughts yesterday. Were you watching me yesterday, Seth? Horizon Aircraft, one of the eVTOLs. And if you stay where you are, if you like this content, look, I do expect you like me. So if you like me, you stay where you are after the event, and I'll be bringing you new emerging market, which we think is great investment opportunity. And we believe this market will be huge. This will be the new electric vehicle market. So what we are looking at the daily chart. We had a crash as well. We had a 52-week high before the market, pre-market. Now we have a good retraction, but the whole eVTOL market is retracting. You can see Archer on the daily as well. You can see Joby on the daily as well. So I would wait for what Donald is going to say, what Donald Trump is going to say. I would probably wait a bit, see if it's worth it. If we have positive news, you can always jump in on the back of the news. If not, you will have better investment opportunity or better entry point. Again, this is not a financial advice. This is just my opinion and my investment strategies. So what is the whole market, or what are the markets doing? S&P slightly recovering, 0.1%, Nasdaq as well. Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, they just don't like it. XRP is lower and lower. Let me bring the chart on the screen. Let me bring the full chart on the screen for you. No, this one. We are waiting for Donald Trump to start his speech on the government shutdown. It won't be long. He is few minutes late, as we know, but the event should be starting shortly. I've checked multiple streams. None of it is live. Whatever has got live coverage, this is it's like this, like Sky News standby. And I'm getting something from, okay, I will check this out shortly. Let's have a look at the XRP chart. If I go to the chart and show it on the screen, look at it. It's just, oh, that's not looking good. That's not XRP. Hang on, what did I? You need XRP. This one, this is the XRP. That's not looking good either. So on the daily chart, if I zoom in, oh, that's too much. Hang on. Let me get this chart up. Right, XRP is not looking very well. It's been laddering down. So let's see, are we going to get some good news, or are we not? We are still waiting for Donald Trump to start his speech on the government shutdown. You are watching Martyn Lucas Investor. I'm Vaz, and we should be starting any minute. We are a few minutes late. I've got something else I can show you. Let's check out the markets, what the markets are doing. I've got some more to show you. We've got the official White House stream or broadcast, and they say we will begin shortly. So the event hasn't started yet. Donald Trump running a bit late. Thank you everyone for standing by. Let's have a look what the poll is saying. We have 575 votes. Do you like Donald Trump's personality? Yes, no, and undecided. I will leave this on for another 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last votes in. I can see last votes coming in. Got a few more seconds. I can see people still clicking on it. Go on. Go. Still coming in. Go. We have very interesting result. Go. That's it. I'm closing the poll. Right. So do you like Donald Trump's personality? 45% yes, 40% no, 15% undecided. Wow. That's very interesting. I was expecting more resolutive answer. That's very interesting. What is the next question? Well, what is the next question? Can see we have more people coming in. Thank you very much for joining me. We are watching Martyn Lucas Investor and Vaz, and we are waiting for Donald Trump to give his speech on the government shutdown. Is the government going to open tonight after Donald Trump's speech, or are we going to be shut down for a few more days? There's only one way to find out. Don't go anywhere. Hit the like button. If you like this content, don't forget to subscribe as well. Costs you nothing, and you will not miss out on the next event. We also cover FOMC, Fed reports. We covered a lot. I think we have covered pretty much every single one Powell's public performance in the past 2 months. So again, if you are a considerate investor, and if you are wise and you are looking after your investments and you are investing wisely, you follow these events. You follow Jerome Powell. You follow what Donald Trump is saying, because it's affecting the markets, and you are in the right place. So if you are a wise investor, you definitely want to hit the subscribe button as well. So what poll are we going to ask next? What are the markets doing? We forgot to check the markets. Well, the S&P is slightly recovering. Few bits. I can't remember the word now. I've lost the word. Sorry. So a few bits up. It's because it's not percentile point, is it? Because if it's 0.01, few fractions, let's call it few fractions going up. Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum keep going down. They keep going down. I'll show you this chart. Slowly laddering lower and lower and lower. That's not looking very good unless we have some good news today. Unless we have some good news, this is not looking very positive. Gold holding slightly up. Silver few fractions of percent up as well. And oil is not doing anything. Right, we are still waiting for Donald Trump. The event, this is directly from the White House, and they say, we will begin shortly. President Trump makes an announcement, October the 16th, 2025. So you see, this is no fake event. This is a real, genuine event. I just want to ask moderators, good job moderators, thank you very much. I would like to ask everyone, we can disagree, we can have arguments, we can have discussion, but let's please all be civilized. All our members are civilized. And if you are civilized, you can subscribe as well, maybe. Oh, there we go. We have a movement. We have a movement. So let me give you the audio.
And I want to thank this group of people. They're incredible people. We just had a call, as you know, with President Putin. I thought it was a very good call, so we'll talk about it maybe later. But it went very well. We're here today to announce a historic victory for American women, mothers, and families. With the actions I will outline this afternoon, will dramatically slash the cost of IVF and the treatment and many of the most common fertility drugs. For countless millions of Americans, prices are going way down, way down. I want to thank Libby Horn, who is the Senior Vice President of Fertility of EMD Serrano. So I want to thank you. Let's see here. That's what I thought. I thought it was you. Thank you, Libby, very much. And let me also thank...
Yeah, the volume is low from the stream. I can't play it any louder. This is the loudest I can play it.
Whose wife destroyed the people on The View yesterday. I have to say that. I'm not going to ever get into an argument with her. And you've decided, you learned that a long time ago, right? She did a great job, actually. Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick. Thank you, Howard. Secretary of Labor Lori Chavez de Rimmer. Thanks, Lori. Howard, thanks. CMS Administrator Dr. Mehmet Oz, who's a fantastic guy, and he's done really well. FDA Commissioner Marty McCary. Thank you, Marty. Senator Katie Britt, who got me started with this whole thing when she called up to say there was a bad ruling by a judge, right? We got to do something, sir, and we did it very quickly. Probably in 24 hours it was done. Congressman Richard Hudson, a great guy, and his wife Renee. Richard, hi, Richard. And advocate Samantha Bush, who's a very respected person. For years, American couples struggling with infertility have faced crushing costs in their quest to start a family, and IVF is among the most expensive treatments of all. A single round of IVF in the United States can cost up to $25,000, can actually go a lot higher than that, and many couples require multiple rounds for a successful pregnancy. A major reason for these high prices is the excessive cost of the drugs involved. The number one fertility drug used in IVF is currently 700% more expensive in the United States than the rest of the world. And you know, we're ending all of that. It's called favored nations, and we're ending it, and we're ending it pretty fast. Nobody thought we'd be able to do it, and we've done it. Drugs are going to come down. Drug prices are coming down 400%, 200%, 600%, numbers that nobody's ever seen before. Great for Medicare, Medicaid, even Social Security. Great for everything, I think, Dr. Oz. So it's something that's, to me, it's very exciting. I'm bugging him and Bobby all the time. How are we doing with that? And we're doing really good, Bobby. It's really going good. Other countries are agreeing to it, because if they don't, we put tariffs on them, and then they agree. So it's amazing. It's amazing how that worked out. But as an example, in London, you'd buy a certain drug for $130, and even less than that, I guess, $88 as of a count a month ago. And in New York, you pay $1,300 for the same thing. So
Volume is fixed now.
Instead of $1,300, you'll be paying about $150, and they'll be paying $150 too. We're going to pay the same thing. Favored nations. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. And we've been ripped off by the whole world for a long period of time. One of the most popular fertility drug regimens costs over $5,000 per cycle, as an example. Wow. Largely as a result of these unsustainable prices, 70% of the employers do not offer insurance that covers IVF. Therefore, most couples with fertility challenges are paying these costs entirely out of their own pockets, which is not really possible to do. Oh, look who we have. Look at that, the great Maria Bartiromo. I didn't know, did you get put into the regular pool pack? That's very good. Yeah, that's good. Nice to see you. I'm doing an interview with her in a little while. In the Trump administration, we want to make it easier for all couples to have babies, raise children, and start the families they've always dreamed about. That's why today I'm pleased to announce that after extensive negotiations, EMD Serrano, the largest fertility drug manufacturer in the world, has agreed to provide massive discounts to all fertility drugs they sell in the United States, including the most popular drug of all, the IVF drug Gonal-F. So it's Gonal-F. Is that a proper pronunciation?
Very
Close
well
enough,
done.
right?
Very well done.
Gonal-F. As part of this agreement, EMD Serrano will list their fertility drugs online at trumprx.gov at very, very heavily reduced prices, prices that you won't even believe. And ultimately, that's because of the favored nations. In addition, the FDA will be working with the company to expedite review and approval of another common fertility IVF drug, and currently it's selling in Europe. It's Pergoveris. And that's a sounding nice name. Pergoveris. Why can't you name them nice, simple names? Nice, easy names. Doesn't matter. If it works, that's all we care about, right? Upon approval, this drug would directly compete against a much more expensive option that currently has a monopoly in the American market, and this will bring down costs very significantly, and the other one's going to have to come down also. Finally, EMD Serrano has agreed that all future drugs and everything that it develops and sells in the United States will be offset at most favored nation prices. I've been after this for a long time, and we started the process in the last administration, and then we had a little thing called COVID that came up. We had to focus on that, did a good job on that too. And they'll bring a significant portion of their drug manufacturing back to the United States. So they're going to bring it largely back into the United States, and that's for a lot of reasons, but primarily because of the election result, November 5th, and maybe most importantly because of the tariffs, because if they do it here, there are no tariffs. So we're going to be very close. I think by the end of this year, we're going to be very close to $20 trillion in investment. As an example, the Biden administration had less than $1 trillion, substantially less than $1 trillion for 4 years, Maria. Can you imagine? 4 years, less than one. We're going to break $20 trillion of investment, and we're already over $17 trillion, and that's in 8 months. Can you believe that? And he was at less than $1 trillion. And in addition to that, he had open borders, allowing millions of people to pour in. What an administration that was. Worst president in history, by far. As a result of these actions, the per-cycle cost of drugs used in IVF will fall by an estimated 73% for American consumers, and the numbers are going to actually be very substantially higher as time goes by when it really kicks in. For most of, I mean, think of those numbers. You know, I told the story last time because we were with Pfizer, and Pfizer's doing something very similar. But I told them that my first term, I was so proud of myself because I was the first president in 28 years where drug prices went down for the year. And you know what they went down? 1/8 of 1%. But I was so 1/8 of 1%. Now I'm getting them down, Maria, 500, 600, 800%. In some cases, even more than that. It's hard to believe. But I was proud. I said, oh, wow, I'm the first one. 1/8 of 1%. And I was proud of that. Now I realized, and I called a news conference. Some of you were at that news conference, actually. And I said, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. We've gone down by 1/8 of 1%. And now we're going down 500, 600, 700, 800%, Richard. So it's really something. For most administrations and all of the people involved in this kind of thing, this action would be a crowning achievement of their agenda for fertility health. But for us, it's really just the beginning. It's just a start. It's one of many things we're doing. Today, we're also taking historic steps to vastly expand access to insurance coverage for fertility care, including IVF, something that, as you know, was not covered. Effective immediately, for the first time ever, we will make it legal for companies to offer supplemental insurance plans specifically for fertility. That's never been done before. We're signing it in today with what we sign. Americans will be able to opt in to specialized coverage just as they get vision and dental insurance. They're going to get fertility insurance for the first time. So I don't know. I don't know how well these things are covered. I see the Democrats like to take credit for all of the things we do. We do the things and they take the credit. But I figure if you do enough of these, eventually people are going to figure it out. The Democrats have done nothing. This will make all fertility care, including IVF, far more affordable and accessible. And by providing coverage at every step of the way, it will reduce the number of people who ultimately need to resort to IVF because couples will be able to identify and address problems early. The result will be healthier pregnancies, healthier babies, and many more beautiful American children. It's a big factor. It's a big deal. I'm asking all employers to make these new fertility benefit options available to their employees immediately. The initiatives I've just announced are the boldest and most significant actions ever taken by any president to bring the miracle of life into more American homes. And I will say Katie was great. As you know, she's a great senator from Alabama. She's the first one that told me about this. I had not known too much about it, and we worked very rapidly together, didn't we, though?
Mr. President, you saved
We had
the day.
everything passed, and Alabama then took care of it and passed it. Within a week, everything was done. Really, it was something. So I want to thank Katie, Brett. There's no deeper happiness and joy of raising children, and now millions of Americans struggling with infertility will have a new chance to share the greatest experience of them all. So I'd like to thank all of the people that are here, and I think we'll start with Dr. Oz and Ms. Horn. We'll go through the list and we'll listen. And yesterday I did this, and I stood for about an hour and a half as people spoke. And I said, this time I'm sitting right there, and I'm going to watch you. I stood for an hour and a half like this. I said, you got to be kidding. Here we go. It was one after another, and it was wonderful listening to them. But I said, if I have to do this every day, Bobby, should I stand or sit? Thank you, Bobby. Please, Dr. Oz.
Don't go anywhere. There will be Q&A after they stop speaking. There will be questions by the journalists, and they will definitely be asking about the government shutdown. So don't go anywhere. Stand by.
From the very first phone call we ever had, your support was strong. It was steadfast. It was unwavering. And because of you, millions of Americans are going to have a greater opportunity to bring the greatest gift, in my opinion, life into this world. Your support, your administration's support, it's a game changer. All of us here today are aligned. This is a celebration of life. It's a celebration of parents. It's a celebration of families. And it's a celebration for those people who want to one day be parents themselves. I think every parent can attest, and I certainly do myself, that the greatest gift that God has ever given me is the ability to be a mom. We want more people to have that opportunity. We want to make that easier and more affordable. IVF is what makes the difference for so many families that are facing infertility. So you've seen the numbers. It's either 1 in 8 couples, or some people say as much as 1 in 6, are actually experiencing issues with fertility. It's 9% of males and at least 11% of females that are facing these challenges as they work to build their family. The recommendations today that President Trump has set forth are going to expand IVF coverage to nearly 1 million more families, and they're going to drive down cost significantly. Mr. President, this is the most pro-IVF thing that any president in the history of the United States of America has done. And Mr. President, it's your leadership. You are the reason why the Republican Party is now the party of parents. We are the party of families. This is why when Senator Cruz and I worked last year, we got every single Republican senator to sign on and say that they supported nationwide access to IVF. And just for the record, IVF is legal and accessible in all 50 states. And President Trump taking this action today to lower cost, to bring these issues to the forefront, and to enact solutions for people working to start their families. I want you to know it's significant, and there's more to come. But this isn't the only thing that you've done to prove that we're the party of parents and we're the party of families. If you look at the working family tax cut, guys, he made sure that hard-working parents were front and center in that legislation. You know, whether it was child tax credits being expanded and made permanent, whether it was Trump accounts that are going to change the game for so many parents, or whether it was childcare. So for decades, we have heard Democrats talk about childcare. President Trump actually took action on the affordability and accessibility of childcare. We know that 1 in 4 families say that they hesitate to have more children because of the cost and because of childcare cost. For the first time, this man actually took steps to change the dynamics for hardworking parents. So of the 3 tax credits that he reformed and the working families tax cuts, 2 of them had not been touched in 2 decades, and 1 of them had not been touched since 1986. So President Reagan was in office the last time anybody did anything about it. But you changed the game on that, and I was proud to lead that effort in the Senate. And so on behalf of moms and dads, on behalf of grandparents and sisters and aunts and uncles and brothers and people who are looking to expand their family, we say thank you. Thank you for all you do to support families in this country and make a healthier environment and an easier one for us to grow the very most important thing. God bless.
So nice. Thank you.
Don't go anywhere. There'll be Q&A. There'll be Q&A, and they'll be asking about the government shutdown in a minute. Don't go anywhere.
A leading U.S. drug manufacturer came into this room and agreed to do something none of us thought was possible. A most favored nation agreement with numbers, again, inconceivable. Last week, a company from Europe, a global leader in the pharmaceutical sector, came to this office, made the same kind of commitment for most favored nation pricing, again, because the president insisted on it and was persistent, and he alluded to the fact that he was calling Secretary Kennedy and me quite a bit. He definitely was, with great insights into the process and would not hold back. But I think what you're seeing today is something even larger. It's larger because we're now showing that MFN is a tool that can get other initiatives going as well. We are revealing perhaps the most important MFN opportunity at all, because it's about procreation. It's about babies. It turns out that MFN is a tool for a lot of things, and it goes without saying that you get the drug pricing down, but lots of other business necessities become possible when that occurs. So Secretary Kennedy and I, who's a wonderful leader, talk frequently about family. I think the reason he's a great leader, and president as well, is because they have large families and they take pride in the joy that it gives us. But many families, as Senator Britt alluded, do not have the ability to have children. But it turns out that it's about 1 in 3 families, a much higher number, that don't have the number of babies they desire. They're under-babied. So this president committed to address that during the campaign, and he is delivering on that today in a way I don't think anyone thought was possible. We are opening the door with MFN pricing and tariffs that support it, Secretary Lutnick, with a new approach to make reproductive medicine more affordable for Americans. Now, I know what you're all thinking, and you're probably right. There are going to be a lot of Trump babies. I think that's probably a good thing. But it turns out the fundamental creative force in society is about making babies. It's about creating. And this country, the one that President Trump is leading so beautifully, has been a country of abundance, not scarcity. To have abundance, you have to address the fact that we had 3.6 million babies last year, which is beautiful, 3.6 million miracles. That's 500,000 less babies than we would ideally have had, even to replace our current population. Building on the success of the last 2 weeks, our team, led by the head of Medicare, Chris Klump, who's standing over there, and Ina Hernandez, have negotiated a spectacular MFN deal to reduce the cost of IVF drug prices by $2,200 a cycle. That's nearly half of the price that it had been. The most prescribed drug in this category in America, made by MD Serrano, is described over here. And you'll notice, President Trump, these are discounted from $242 to $10. I don't know what the math is on that. We can't even calculate it. It's a lot. It's too high to calculate without a more studied approach. But I give it up there because that number of $10 will apply for every American who earns less than $115,000 a year. That's 70% of the American people. The remaining folks who are able to make more will have to pay a tiny bit more, but it's still most favored nation pricing, no different from what the Europeans are willing to pay. Now, to make this deal happen, Chris and Inma had to do something special. They have to actually not just get the drug price down, but get the middlemen to let it go as well. And Mr. President, we've met with the middlemen in the past. They're now joining the MFN movement. I want to thank Express Scripts Freedom Pharmacy and then CVS's Specialty Pharmacy, because they were willing to stand up and do the right thing for the American people by answering the president's call and slashing their prices. Now, this announcement also encompasses a remarkable move from Marty McCary. And Marty McCary is, of course, the leader of the FDA, but he has ongoing efforts to accelerate their approval of innovative medicines that will further reduce the price and make this whole process more seamless for the American people. Now, you're about to hear about a spectacular new program that's been alluded to, but one of the architects of that program, Heidi Overton, Deputy Director of the White House Domestic Policy Council, is going to take us through the exciting details of what this is going to offer for the American people, especially those who are in the workforce. But first, we think you should hear from Libby Horn. Libby's EMD Serrano's head
Don't
of
go
fertility.
anywhere.
She
There'll be
brings both
questions
professional expertise
after-
and a personal connection to this work.
After
She
this
has three
talk,
beautiful
there'll be
daughters,
questions, and there
and
no
she has
doubt will be
personally
questions about the
benefited
government
from
shutdown.
reproductive
Don't go
benefits
anywhere.
to her family,
Stand
and
by.
her company made today's spectacular MFM pricing possible. Libby.
Thank you, Dr. Oz. Thank you, Mr. President. Today, we gather on this national stage to celebrate a historic step forward in expanding access to fertility treatments for those who need it most. Mr. President, thanks to your leadership and the tireless efforts of your team, this is a momentous day for Americans who struggle but remain hopeful to build their families. Infertility is on the rise in our country. 1 in 8 couples face infertility.
I'll be back in 1
This
second.
isn't just
Don't
a
go
number,
anywhere.
it's real lives, dreams, and aspirations of hardworking Americans. The teacher who goes to school each day, surrounded by children, but aching for children of her own. The firefighter who puts his life on the line, but can't create the life he wants at home. The consequences of these challenges can take significant tolls. Some of you watching today have given up or are frustrated because access to IVF treatments has been out of reach. That's why expanding access to IVF has been an issue of great importance to the President. He made this clear in his executive order declaring the administration's goal of supporting American families by enabling access and eliminating barriers to IVF. Today, EMD Serrano is proud to help President Trump deliver on his promise to you. Thanks to the President's leadership, EMD Serrano has worked alongside distributors and other partners to help more families have access to services and innovations that are consistent with other countries. Through our partnership with the administration, we are proud to announce that Americans will have access to our leading IVF therapies for an 84% discount off list prices.
It's amazing.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you. Thank you for making this possible.
Thank you very much. It's great. Fantastic.
For more than 40 years, EMD Serrano has been a global leader in fertility. Our science was instrumental in the birth of the first IVF baby in the US, and we've helped to bring more than 6 million babies into the world since then. Our purpose is to help create, improve, and prolong life. That means discovering more medicines and bringing them to patients faster. FDA Commissioner McCary has made it a priority to ensure that Americans have access to the world's most innovative treatments as quickly as possible. To that end, EMD Serrano is filing a new IVF therapy called Pergoveris for review under the FDA Commissioner's National Priority Voucher Program. If approved, Pergoveris would combine 2 key reproductive hormones in synergy designed to mimic reproductive physiology. This therapeutic option could mean fewer injections, fewer copays, and lower self-pay cost, all of which make a real difference in the IVF patient experience. In closing, on behalf of EMD Serrano, I want to send my heartfelt thanks to President Trump and the entire administration for their leadership and vision in this critical area of healthcare. Together, we will make a difference in the lives of countless families across this nation and uphold our longstanding legacy of creating life. Thank you.
Don't go anywhere. There'll be questions for the journalists. Don't go anywhere. We will talk about the
President,
government shutdown.
Thank you for
no
your
doubt.
bold leadership that's allowed our teams to go far beyond what anyone thought was possible. On behalf of the Domestic Policy Council and Vince Haley here, we would like to also thank all the agency partners and the stakeholders that we worked with to get to the solution today that will make a real impact for families. Specifically, today's historic actions, 4 in total that you see, are made possible by coordination of all of the White House team and 7 agencies, many of who are represented here, and their teams that have worked tirelessly. As you described, Mr. President, the current system isn't working. 7 in 10 Americans don't have coverage to IVF. They face high costs and uncertain outcomes. And there's intense demand for fertility benefits. 65% of Americans say that they would leave their current job just because of fertility benefits. So you asked us to lower costs and to fix the broken incentives in healthcare. In addition to lowering the cost of drugs by 73% or $2,200 per cycle, which if you missed it, most people require 2 or 3 cycles. So that's significant savings for families. I'm also going to briefly outline the new solution for coverage. This is a new fertility benefit option that employers can immediately offer to their employees starting today. This afternoon, the Departments of Labor, Health and Human Services, and Treasury will be releasing guidance that, for the first time, creates a legal pathway for employers to offer fertility benefit packages to people that need them, similar to how dental, vision, and life insurance are currently offered. This will be followed up by a regulation. These benefits can address the continuum of fertility needs, from the root causes of IVF, which Secretary Kennedy is working on very hard at HHS, to it'll be a coordinated package that does not exist in traditional health insurance today. It'll make it easier for employers, including small and mid-sized employers, to compete for talented employees. Currently, many small businesses cannot afford to offer fertility benefits at all. This is making it possible for them to offer benefits the same way that large companies like Amazon and others offer benefits. This is a pro-family benefit expansion that will transform clinical outcomes by addressing fragmented coverage and care. I'm a physician by training, and it's very important that we have high-quality care. Fertility benefit companies are poised to offer packages that have reported so far roughly 25% higher live birth rates for those that seek care compared to those that don't have such benefits. They also report fewer cycles to achieve pregnancy, improved natural pregnancy rates through better care before you need IVF, and reduced chance of miscarriages, a 21% reduction in miscarriage rate. Leading physicians in the field have also relayed that these types of benefits significantly improve the patient and doctor experience, allowing both to focus on care rather than navigating the bureaucracy. These impacts are very personal. Here with us today are my good friends, Congressman Richard Hudson of North Carolina and his wife, Renee Hudson. Both have worked in public service for years, including Renee for all 4 years of your past administration, Mr. President, and they struggled with infertility. Today they have a beautiful son who's their pride and joy. He's an amazing boy. But they also suffered multiple losses throughout their fertility journey, something that is very common. Unfortunately, too many people go through the hard, arduous process of IVF and still result in a miscarriage. So today, your option is not only saving money, it's going to improve the quality of care significantly. This new benefit option simultaneously represents the greatest opportunity to expand coverage of IVF that the federal government has ever taken, while also improving the care delivered. Additionally, and very importantly, it gives employers maximum flexibility to design benefits that are consistent with their values. Put simply, this new fertility benefit option means lower costs and more healthy babies. So today, this announcement, we are realigning the industry towards the simple metric of more healthy babies at lower costs. I would now like to introduce Samantha Bush, the wife of NASCAR driver Kyle Busch, who's been a leading advocate for IVF access and affordability after your own infertility journey.
Don't go anywhere. When they stop talking, there will be questions from the journalists. In the meantime, I will show you on the screen main American IVF manufacturers. So have a look at the chart. No reaction, minimal reaction.
Justin, who's 10, and our daughter Lennox,
Surprisingly.
who's now 3. But our journey was long and painful. We faced 6 rounds of IVF, multiple miscarriages, multiple failed cycles, and countless moments of heartbreak. We faced the roller coaster of hope and devastation that so many families know all too well. Through it all, we held on to faith, each other, and the belief that somehow, someday, God would turn our pain into purpose. We also saw firsthand the staggering financial burden that comes with infertility treatments. Sitting in the waiting room of our fertility clinic, we overheard another couple quietly say that money was the only thing standing in their way of having their family. In that moment, Kyle and I looked at each other, and we knew God was planting a seed in our hearts, a calling to take action. In 2015, that calling became the Bundle of Joy Fund, a nonprofit foundation dedicated to providing financial assistance to couples struggling with infertility. What began as a small act of faith has now grown into something far greater than we could have ever imagined. To date, we've granted over $2 million directly to individuals, helping them pay for their IVF treatments, and we've celebrated the birth of 108 beautiful babies through our fund. Thank you. Each baby is a living, breathing testament to hope, community, and God's grace. For every tear we cried, for every shot we gave, every doctor's appointment that ended in disappointment, Kyle and I knew there had to be a greater reason. This was God's plan for us, to use our journey to advocate, empower, and be the voice to those battling in silence. Over the past 12 years, we've worked hard to raise awareness, erase stigma, and bring hope to the 1 in 6 couples that will face infertility. Infertility can be incredibly isolating. It can leave you questioning your faith, your body, and your future. But it can also reveal a strength that you never knew you had inside of you. It can deepen love, it can bring couples closer together, and it unites people through a shared struggle. Our goal has always been to show others that they are not alone, that there is a powerful community of infertility warriors behind them. Today, seeing President Trump acknowledge infertility on a national stage is profoundly moving. It's no longer a whispered conversation behind closed doors. It is a recognized, validated struggle that so many families have to endure. His leadership reminds us that those in positions of power can make real and lasting changes for generations to come. Their willingness to bring this issue forward shows that they not only hear our community, but they truly care about us. Thank you, Mr. President, and to your family, for shining a light on infertility and for standing by couples like Kyle and I, for standing by couples who only want to hear the words mommy and daddy, who want to watch our children open their Christmas presents on Christmas morning, who want to see the world anew through the joy in their kids' eyes. Your acknowledgement honors the power of family, faith, and love, the very values that make America the greatest country in the world. It's proof that when promises are made and promises are kept, lives are changed forever. Thank you, Mr. President.
Looks like XRP doesn't like the IVF. Well, this is just because it's dragging on. We don't see any positive promises. Donald Trump is coming back now.
What a job you're doing.
Be questions now. Be talking about the government shutdown shortly.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you for your vision, your commitment to our country. When my uncle was president, the fertility rate in this country was 3.5%. Today, it is 1.6%. The replacement rate, in other words, the amount of fertility that you need in order to keep your population even, is 2.1%. We are below replacement right now. That is a national security threat to our country. And we know why this is happening. And President Trump is addressing the root causes through his MAHA agenda of reducing endocrine disruptors, the exposure to chemicals that decrease fertility. Today, the average teenager in this country has 50% of the sperm count, 50% of the testosterone as a 65-year-old man. Our girls are hitting puberty 6 years earlier. And that's bad, but also our parents aren't having children. Parents who want to have children do not have access. I have 7 children. I feel that God has blessed me with that, and I can't imagine how different my life would be if I did not have that blessing. I want to point out also that this morning Harvard University released a study that showed that the obesity rates have now climbed over 70%. And this, again, is for the same reason we're flooding our kids. We're poisoning mass poisoning a generation of kids with chemicals. President Trump has instructed us to stop these problems at the root cause. But he's also recognized that there are people who are injured, people who are not living their life to the fullest, and he's addressing that. Last week, we made GLP drugs available at Most Favored Nation. And this week, it's IVF. Oh, I want to thank you so much for that, Mr. President. I saw on an airplane the other day, you said that you didn't believe that you were going to get to heaven. You're doing God's work here. You've made peace in the Middle East, which is beyond anybody's imagination. And now you're giving millions of Americans a chance to have babies. And you're doing this while the government is locked down by the Democrats. But this administration has not stopped working for the American people. And that's because of your energy, your commitment, your vision, and I want to thank you for allowing me to be part of it.
I've put a new poll in the chat. Let me know what you think.
Kyle is fantastic. So he's got a lot of courage. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't care. Howard, you and I would not be good at that. Right? We'd go about 30 miles an hour, but we'd be safe. Anyway, so thank you very much. Any questions, please?
Mr. President.
Yeah, please.
Mr. President, this is a major
That's our time. It's coming.
It was a big hot topic towards
Yeah.
the election. We're delivering on that again. Actually, I had a question for Secretary Kennedy or Dr. Heidi. Dr. Heidi, you said something that I thought was really important. You talked about how this coverage option, this benefit option, gives companies the maximum flexibility to design benefits consistent to their values. I was wondering if either you or the President could expand on that and talk about why that's an important thing to understand about this program.
Yes. Thank you. It's a great question. We think that employers are best situated to know what them and their employees want to contribute to in relation to their benefits. So employers are going to be able to decide how to cover the root causes of infertility, things like obesity, metabolic health, and other things that are impacting infertility. And also, if they want to encourage their employees to see certain types of doctors, and they can work with providers that are identifying the highest quality fertility providers. And so it puts them in the driver's seat, and our view is that we want employers to be the ones that can make those decisions, not the government. Thank you.
All right. That's a good answer. That was a very good answer. Yeah, please, go
Mr.
ahead.
President. Mr. President,
As VIX on the screen,
previously,
volatility
we listened
index.
to you bothered, regarding Hamas cracking down on what you called gangs. Actually,
what?
A couple of gangs. And today you issued a threat against Hamas on Truth Social. What has changed?
And what was
since then?
said? Go ahead.
You said if they continue keep killing innocents in Gaza, that if that continues, the United States will
I know.
go
I
after
issued a
them.
strong statement. That's right.
But they used to be gangs, and now you're saying innocents. What made you think they're innocents now?
Well, I'm looking at what's happening, and that wasn't the deal that was made, and we'll see what happens. It's calmed down. It's a tough neighborhood. We know that. We have a commitment from them, and I assume they're going to honor that commitment. I hope they do. And I understand they brought back some additional bodies today. It's a rough deal when you think of it, right? Very rough. And we have our hostages back completely. We were very lucky with that. But it's a tough situation. They brought back bodies today, as you probably know. But they also said they're going to behave. We're going to find out if they behave. If they behave good, if they don't behave, we'll take care of it. Yeah, please.
Following up on that, when you
I didn't
said,
say you.
Mr. President,
Your
you
CNN fake news. Go ahead.
said in your post that if they kept killing people in Gaza, we would have no choice but to go in and kill them. So do you mean U.S. forces would go in and take out Hamas?
No, I didn't say who would go in, but somebody will go in. It's not going to be us. We won't have to. There are people very close, very nearby that will go in. They'll do the trick very easily, but under our auspices.
Could I follow up? You also posted about your call with President Putin today, and you spoke about the meeting in Hungary with him. Do you have a timeline or a date set for when?
Yeah, I would say within 2 weeks or so, pretty quick. Marco Rubio is going to be meeting with his counterpart, as you know, Lavrov, and they'll be meeting pretty soon. They're going to set up a time and a place very shortly. Maybe it's already set up. They've already spoken. And I thought it was a very good phone call. I thought very productive. But I'll be meeting with President Putin, and we'll make a determination. Tomorrow I'm meeting with President Zelensky, and I'll be telling him about the call. I mean, we have a problem. They don't get along too well, those two, and it's sometimes tough to have meetings, so we may do something where we're separate but equal. We'll meet and talk parties, but this is a terrible relationship the two of them have, and it's one of those things. I've seen things that nobody would believe, but this is one of them. So we're going to be meeting in Hungary. Viktor Orban is going to be hosting, and it's really something that's time. Last week, over 7,000 people were killed. That's ridiculous. And you know, it doesn't affect our country. We're not losing people. We're not losing Bobby. We're not losing Americans, but they're losing Russians, Ukrainians, mostly soldiers, for the most part, soldiers. And we hope we're going to get it stopped. I thought this would be, because of my relationship with President Putin, I thought this would be very quick. And it's turned out to be, who would think I did Middle East before I did this? We did a total of 8 now, 7 and now 8. And we're going to make this number 9. Yeah, please.
So you said you posted that there was great progress. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Was it a shift in Putin's tone? Was it something new he told you? Did he give you any message to give?
You're talking about the whole
President Zelensky tomorrow.
It just seems to me that, look, it's only a field. That's all I've done in my whole life. I've made deals. I know about deals. I do it well. I don't think any president's ever ended a war, frankly. One war, I did 8 of them, Maria, right? And but I don't know, did Bush ever end? Do you think Biden ended a war? Biden started wars because he was stupid. But do you think Biden ended any wars? No, I don't know of anybody that ended wars. I ended 8 of them. Now it's going to be 9. I think we're going to have this one done hopefully soon. But I'll be meeting him probably over the next 2 weeks. First, Marco is going to be meeting. And the vice president, as you know, is very much involved. The whole team is involved. Steve Witkoff will be involved. Yeah, please.
What did you tell them about the Tomahawks? Did you discuss the Tomahawk missiles? Did you discuss?
Well, we talked about it a little bit. Didn't say much, but I do say to you, we need Tomahawks for the United States of America too. We have a lot of them, but we need them. I mean, we can't deplete for our country. So, they're very vital. They're very powerful. They're very accurate. They're very good, but we need them too. So I don't know what we can do about that.
Why do you think a second meeting with Putin? Why do you think a second meeting with Putin now will yield different results?
Well, I think Alaska actually set a stage, and that wasn't very long ago, but it set a stage. You have to understand, I came into this situation. I didn't start this war. This is a Biden deal. And I came into it, and it was a mess. It could have led to World War III. In my opinion, this could have led to World War III. That won't happen, but it could have. So I came in, this war was raging. When I left, this wasn't even a thought. For 4 years, nobody talked about it. I spoke to President Putin about Ukraine. It was the apple of his eye, but there was never going to be doing anything like this. And this all went because of some really bad decisions that were made. And look what you have. You have millions of people dead. You have just a horrible, horrible situation. I'm doing it to save souls. That's all I'm doing it for. I'm not doing it for us. We have an ocean between us. I'm doing it also to help Europe. They want to have it ended, but they're unable to do it. I'm able to do it. So I think we'll be successful. We'll save a lot of lives. It should have been done. Should have never started. This would have never happened if the election weren't rigged. This would have never happened. But it did happen. And I'll get it stopped. Okay.
What's your message to people?
There's a new poll in the chat for you. Please join and vote.
At the top of this, were you referring to the weight loss drugs?
Yeah, I was referring to Ozempic, or I was referring the fat loss drug.
So those are going to be $150 out of pocket
Yeah,
for
well,
Americans.
they'll be much lower. They'll be much lower. Yeah, go ahead, please.
We have not negotiated those yet. We're going to be rolling these out over time. The GLP category of drugs, which includes Ozempic, have not been negotiated yet.
What's the timeline for that?
But it will. It'll come like everyone else.
Okay. Any timeline on on those negotiations?
No, but I think those are going to come down pretty fast, and we do have, I guess, some alternatives.
The president will be happy with the result, and until he is, we're not going to close those negotiations. Thank you.
Except it'll happen.
Got it.
Mr. President, what's your message to pro-life conservatives? Some pro-life conservatives have religious objections to IVF and are already critical of this policy. What's your message to them?
I don't know about the views of that. I'm just looking to do something because, pro-life, I think this is very pro-life. You can't get more pro-life than this. Please.
Mr. President, you've been talking about how this new benefit plan will also include root cause treatments for infertility. How will you make sure that those root cause treatments are equally accessible to IVF?
Well, I think we're going to be doing that. Would anybody like to talk about that subject?
I'll comment
Please.
on the rulemaking process. I think it's the determination, again, Secretary of Labor, the determination, the Department of Labor is issuing their intent today to open up the rulemaking process, again, for more flexibility. Anytime that you have a president who's leading when you can offer more access to health care at a lower rate is a benefit to the American people and to the end user, and that's exactly what he's doing. And so you heard before that through the Q&A guidance that was issued today with the other agencies, that will give guidance to our employers and the employees about what the flexibility of that is, and then again, opening that rulemaking process for further determination of the access that can be had, offered in those benefits for all different types of healthcare access is the goal of the Department of Labor.
Good answer.
Thank you.
I like this better. I just say, they can do better than me. Yeah, please. Good job, Laura. You're doing a fantastic job. I shouldn't tell, I won't say it, I will not say that she was recommended by the Teamsters. Can you believe it? And she's turned out to be a gem, an absolute gem. You're doing a great job. Thank you very much.
Mr. President, John Bolton was just indicted.
Do you think we could see your deal-making skills applied to the government shutdown anytime soon?
Well,
there we go.
I mean, all we want to do is just extend. We don't want anything. We just want to extend, live with the deal that they had. They want to spend $1.5 trillion on illegal immigrants, and they want to destroy health care for everyone else, and it's crazy. It's crazy. People that are here illegally, they want to spend $1.5 trillion. So we're just not going to do it. No, we have to take care of our health care. Now, we're doing that today, and we're doing it with, favored nations, the most favored nations. Your costs are going to be dropping greatly. And I'm really happy that it's at the beginning of my administration, because I did insulin and got it down to like $25, but it doesn't kick in. It didn't kick in for 2 years by statute, so it couldn't kick in. And I said, boy, I hope I win this election, because if I don't, somebody else is going to take credit for it, Bobby. And sure as can be, Biden said, he didn't even know what the hell was happening, and it was a hard thing for me to do. I got insulin way down. What was it before that? It was just massive. It was impossible to afford. And sure as can be, because it was statute, it couldn't have been earlier. I said, boy, this falls into the next administration. I better win. And all of a sudden, I watch this Biden taking credit for something that I did, and on other things too. We had a lot of things kick in. So the nice part about this is at the beginning of our administration, so I think we're going to see the fruits of our labor. And I hope on our other situation that we've talked so much about, autism, I hope we're going to see some very good results based on the recommendations that we made. And, we have time to watch those results now.
John Bolton was just indicted by a grand jury in Maryland. Do you have a reaction to that?
I didn't know that. You tell me for the first time, but I think he's, a bad person. I think he's a bad guy. Yeah, he's a bad guy. It's too bad, but it's the way it goes.
The case against him?
That's the way it goes, right? That's the way it goes. Will I what?
Have you reviewed the case against him?
No, I haven't. But I just think he's a bad person. Okay, anybody else?
What's the timeline for the IVF drug through the National Commissioner Priority Review Voucher? Dr. McCary?
What do you think, Doctor?
So, first of all, the National Priority Voucher Program says we're going to proactively at the FDA look for amazing treatments like this IVF treatment. We're going to reach out to the companies, and if it's in line with the president's national priorities, we're going to put those drugs at the front of the line and get a decision out in weeks instead of a year. And so today we announced 9 drugs that are going to be recipients. These are products where the manufacturing is going to be in the United States, or it's meeting a large unmet public health need, like a diabetes drug we announced today. or it is a product where you're going to see an affordability phenomena because the prices are getting equalized in line with the president's most favored nation status goal.
Wow, that's great. Why didn't I have him speak? He was so, could have saved a lot of time. Right? Thanks, Monty. I'm not surprised. Yeah, please.
Thank you, so Senate Majority Leader John Thune today said he'd like to proceed with the bill which would put sanctions on Russia. What's your thought on that?
Well, we're going to see. He doesn't know about the call yet. I'm going to speak to him later. And it was subject to what I wanted to do. And so we'll see what happens. We may have, this may be such a productive call that we're going to end up, we want to get peace. We want to stop the killing. 7,000 people a week, can you believe it? We want to stop the killing. So I'm going to speak to him and the speaker, Mike Johnson. I'll speak to them a little bit later and I'll tell them about this. And we'll make the right determination. I'm not against anything. I'm just saying it may not be perfect timing. It could happen in a week or two, but it's at my option, as you know.
Right, but did President Putin try to dissuade you from selling Tomahawk missiles?
Well, of course. What do you think he's going to say? Please sell Tomahawks? Is he going to say, please sell those Tomahawks? I really appreciate it. I did actually say, would you mind if I gave a couple of thousand Tomahawks to your opposition? I did say that to him. I said it just that way. He didn't like the idea. He really didn't like the idea. No, I said it that way. You have to be a little bit lighthearted sometimes, but no, he doesn't want Tomahawk. Tomahawk is a vicious weapon. It's a vicious, offensive, incredibly destructive weapon. Nobody wants Tomahawk shot at them.
Typically ask you not to provide Tomahawks?
So, wouldn't anybody? I mean, it's been in the news. Who wouldn't do that? CNN. Who wouldn't do that? You know, do you think he's going to say, I'd love to have Tomahawk sent my way? I don't think so. Maria, we have one of the great stars of television here, and she's an incredible person, and she's just an amazing woman who, she got it all right. She got the Russia hoax right. She got everything. Would you have a question?
Yes, Mr. President. I would ask you why this was so important to you, IVF, and why was autism so important to you? What are you trying to achieve?
Well, autism is like a whole different thing. When you look at, it was 1 in 20,000. Now it's 1 in 12. If you look, Bobby, we have different numbers, but 1 in 12, 1 in 28, 1 in 32. There's a couple of different numbers out there, but it's 1 in a very, very different number than it used to be. It used to be 1 in 20,000, and that was not that long ago, 20 years ago or so. And now they had something for boys, for babies, baby boys. It's 1 in 12. I heard 1 in 10, Bobby. I heard another one, you know, different lists. But when you think of that, it's not even sustainable, but there's something artificial. When that happens, that's not like a natural. And then you have certain groups of people that literally don't have autism, and they're not taking some of the things that we're taking. So we're working very hard. And on IVF, it's just that I have friends, including Katie, that called me and they told me the importance of it. I wasn't that familiar with it. Now I think I've sort of become the father ever since I heard. There was a bad decision in Alabama where a judge wanted all clinics to be immediately closed, right? And Katie called up and you said you were pretty strongly attacked by your friends that you didn't even know were involved with IVF, right?
You had people that had grandkids, people who had gone through IVF themselves, telling their story and saying there are people that cook out there.
Tell what you did when you heard from your friends. You said this was not, they almost became violent. Right?
Yeah, I told him, I said, Mr. President, we need you. We need your voice in this conversation. We need the directive. We need the strong support because there are millions of people out there, moms and dads, wanting to bring life into the world. And you had people, the chilling effect that occurred across Alabama, there were people that were in the middle of that process that had been praying to have a child, and that was halted. And so the reality of that was very stark in our state. And so I was able to tell the president some of the stories of people, you know, friends and grandparents and relatives that told me what they had experienced against, and also, what they were fearful of in the future. And the president very quickly acted, spoke with a strong voice, and really led the way. Obviously, we saw Democrats continue to fearmonger for the remainder of the year, trying to use it as an election issue when actually IVF is legal and accessible in all 50 states. And President Trump very clearly said where he was on this, and he said, I'm going to make sure that this is more accessible and that it is more affordable for families coast to coast. That's exactly what he did, but it's that real life, those real life stories, sir, that he responded to. And that's what people don't know about him. He cares. And when you tell him what American people are dealing with, he wants to do something about it. You have leaders and politicians that come before him that want to talk about things. President Trump wants to actually make things happen. That's exactly what he did here, and I'm so grateful, Mr. President.
Thank you, Katie, very much. Appreciate it. So we will go back to what we're doing. Working again with Marco and with JD and a few other people on the war, and we're doing a lot of other things also. The economy is unbelievable. It really is. It's been incredible. And I think one of the great numbers that I've ever heard, think of it, over $17 trillion being invested in our country. And when you think of, compare that to the last administration, but really compare it to any administration, compare it to any country. There's never been a country with anything like that. That's in a period of 8 months. And we've already broken every record possible. There's never anything even close. So we'll go back to all of that. Prices are down. Oil is down. We're down $58 a barrel. We're going to be hitting $2 for gasoline. I think we're going to be at $2. And the previous administration, they were at $4 and $5. They were going up much higher. And then they swung back into my things, but they didn't swing back properly. They were very, very late. They really blew it. We had it really going in the right direction. They came and took everything out, and it's incredible. I'll never forget. They lost control of the price of gasoline, of oil. They totally lost control, Howard, and then they went back immediately. Well, let's go back to Trump, but by that time it was too late, and they didn't go back. Because the leases and everything else, they didn't do what they had to do. They wouldn't know. They really didn't know how to. But we could be hitting close to $2 a gallon. I'd love to break it if we could, but we could be. And when that comes down, everything else has been coming down. Groceries are down. The price of things are down. And honestly, the simplicity is if you can get oil down, it's such a big category. Everything follows. So just about everything follows. And we are working on beef, and I think we have a deal on beef that's going to bring the price of beef. That would be the one product that we would say is a little bit higher than we want it, maybe higher than we want it, and that's going to be coming down pretty soon, too. We did something. We worked our magic. But groceries are down, and energy is down. Electricity is way down. We have the prices coming down for people. They were abused for 4 years by the Biden administration. Thank you very much, everybody. We'll see you soon. Thank you. Thank you.
Changes to the IRS.
Thank you, Press.
Wow, that was interesting. What do you think? We've got a poll in the chat. Don't go anywhere. There'll be a follow-up event. We'll bring you new investment opportunity, a new big market. We believe that will be taking off in the coming years. Let's gather a few more votes in the poll. What do you think? Let me know in the chat. Do you think we should buy or we should wait? We should sell? Buy, sell, hold? Let me know in the chat and give me 2 minutes and we will join the next event. I will stay where you are. Thank you everyone for joining. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. And if you join me, the next event just following in 5 minutes, I will bring you great investment opportunity. And for the market reaction today, you might be tomorrow in a very good and advantageous entry point. So stand by where you are. We will wrap this up. I will leave the poll open for 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8. Right, we are getting more and more votes. So tomorrow, do we expect green day or red day? What do you think? What do you think of the outcome? What do you think of the outcome? I'll quickly catch up with the chat with you. Let me just refresh this. Go down. Let's refresh this, and we've got a chat on the screen now. So we've got a chat here. So what are your opinions? Tomorrow, sell, poop, yeah, hold, wait. I agree. I probably agree myself. Wait, hold, rambling. Main crash will be 20%, says Martyn Lucas, who's watching from his holidays. Never sell is my motto. Long-term accumulation, says Nada. Very good. Should have sold earlier morning, but hold now. Drink lots of tequila, says Jose Acosta. Darren Jaffrudi, buy. I can't believe the lack of confidence. Defense 89, ready to buy back. Charcoal, well done, guys. Chris Sheldon, beef. He's laughing at Donald Trump's beef remark. Sven Gdavids, hold. Alcoholic Click, I love that name. Change underwear. Okay, we're not happy with the reaction. Okay, Cyril, buy gold. Yes, what is gold doing? Gold has had a good day today. It seems like XRP and crypto don't like the IVF, but gold and silver definitely are in the favor, and they are loving the IVF. By the way, it was great announcement, great news coming from this event. So, and we also got our answer. Let's see what the reaction will be tomorrow. Anybody else holding, selling, hold and buy, says Sven. And we've got Martin cheering up. Thank you very much. I love this event. Stay where you are. We are wrapping this up in the very minute, and I'll be following with a very short event. And I will show you new investment opportunity. Great upside. Think of this as a new Tesla and the new electric vehicles. Hold by, says Funny Crazy Flicks. Emad says red. Gova says Ninja Cowboy, thank you. LFG Vaz says Chris Sheldon. Red Thursday says Alive 75 Racket. Right. Will we have any more? Hold. Sell, hold. It's very mixed. So I'm closing the poll in 3, 2, 1. 356 votes. And we are expecting 52% green, 48% red. That's very interesting. We are undecided. I recommend tomorrow morning, join Sensei 2 hours before the opening bell. He will give you analysis of what we heard. He will give you his market prediction. He will tell you 5 things to look out for. He will give you the main topic of the day. No doubt, he will give you his forecast and opinion on gold and silver. He will also give you update on XRP, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. That's it from me. I'm wrapping this show up. You stay where you are. It will take you to the next event. I will bring you great investment opportunity, which we believe is the size of the new EV market. Think of new electric cars. Think of a new Tesla. And they are made in the USA. As you can see on the screen, the event is already ready, primed to go. Made in the USA, born in the USA. So stay where you are. It will take you there. You won't be waiting 5 minutes. I will start this event right away, back to back. Thank you everyone for joining. Pleasure. I loved it. I've learned a lot today. Hopefully you have as well. I will see you in 2 minutes. Take care of yourselves and each other.